You wake up, dead. You hop on Crunchyroll because you have no life, and while scrolling, you see this. You see, this show is called Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feeling in Russian, and after the first 2 episodes, you start to feel that every minute you watch the show is another minute of your life you'll never get back. But I did it anyway. The show starts off when the walks through the halls with her aloof personality. We are then quickly introduced to this bundle of joy, Masachika Kuze, who is a slacker by choice. Lucky him, am I right? I kinda just slack off out of nature. None. We then see that Alya does indeed hide her feelings in Russian, because she is constantly flirting in Russian to our boy Kuze. Now, question, would it make sense for nobody to understand her, or the opposite? If you answered the former, don't watch the show because you will be severely disappointed. Because our boy Kuze can speak Russian. Why, you ask? Well, because he learned Russian to talk to a Russian girl, not Alya, he knew as a child. But don't get too caught up on that fact because it really holds no weight through the whole show. Bruh. And if you couldn't tell, this is the first problem with the show. Because the whole premise of the show is gone. Because she is no longer hiding her feelings. So with that being said, I'ma slide on over to episode 3, because this is where Alya's backstory is revealed, and how as a child her effort in school caused conflict with her classmates who did the bare minimum to get by. Now I understand, I hate these people too. Yo, did you get your part of the project done? We need to turn it in 2 hours. Nah. I'll do it later. I'll curse you and your whole family. You better do it right now. But the key word to hold on there is effort, which means something produced by exertion or trying. Now in episode 4, Alya has her first test, so to speak. She has to mediate a dispute between the soccer and baseball clubs, which does not go well. Now some might say it was due to her inexperience, but I ain't that nice. In the flashback in episode 3, this was her.
What's that? Oh.
So let me get this straight. The same girl that aggressively got her point across and made her feelings known is now crying because some Igaguri lookalike said. Nonetheless, our main man Kuze comes and saves the day, and then we get the weirdest love confession I've ever seen. First, Alya confesses she likes him, without using Russian by the way, so by title. But something about her confession, not in Russian by the way, reminds him of the Russian girl from his childhood, who only spoke Russian. By the way. Anyways, because this ruins the moment, Alya smacks the ever-living taste out of this man Kuze's mouth. But just like a tsundere, she immediately forgives him and kisses the cheek she slapped. Episode 4 also happens to be when Kuze declares he will help Alya become student council president. Now, this is important because 90% of the show after this is around this premise. Let's start with their first meeting about her campaign to be president. Now, this is a serious conversation. She's trying to become president of the United States. Okay, maybe it's not that serious, but tomato tomato. Kuze is telling her how she can improve her odds of becoming president by winning what is called a general meeting. But what do you think our future president is doing? Trying to pressure this man into an indirect kiss? Bruh. I mean, you start to wonder if she's even taking it seriously, and it's at this moment I lost all hope of her winning this thing. Now, you say it's premature, I say it's just not betting on the wrong horse. I got too unlucky. Are you serious? But let's move on. Oh, before that, if you were expecting any solid romance after episode 6, no. Bruh. Anyways, in episode 7, we're introduced to Sayaka of the Public Morals Committee. She accuses Alya of conspiring to steal Masachika from Yuki, who is Masachika's little sister, most likely by blackmail or other immoral means. Because, you know, high schoolers can't change their minds. Yo, bro, I think I'm gonna join the basketball club instead of the soccer club this year. They're blackmailing you? Anyways, when Masachika denies this, Sayaka challenges them both to a general meeting, where the topic is, should teachers screen applicants for student council membership? Now, any human with a functioning brain can understand which side high schoolers are going to side with. But they went through with this debate anyway, and it is actual doo-doo water. Sayaka claims presidents typically select friends to join the council. Therefore, teacher screenings would ensure only appropriate students join. However, Alya counters by claiming this would give teachers inappropriate power over the council, which makes sense because then it would no longer be the student council. But nonetheless, all the students are impressed by this obvious suggestion. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to think I would have won class president. Should we have pizza for school lunch? Yes. Anyway, Sayaka's teammate uses friends among the audience to whisper against Alya for being foreign. Now, to the average person, that doesn't seem all that bad. But because Alya's confidence is the size of an atom, this upsets her. And our main man, Kuze, comes to save the day once again. And this is where the word effort comes in again. Because Kuze makes one point about how the current president wouldn't have passed the teacher screening. Now, you would think that somebody on the sticks up there, I mean, the Public Morals Committee, would have a little bit of backbone. But no, she flees in tears, effectively ruining her reputation and stature. Now, by this point, you might think the student council premise of the show can't get any worse. But towards the end of the show, we build up to the closing ceremony, where presidential candidates give speeches. And the audience reaction is usually a good indicator of the likely winner. Now, Alya is competing with Yuki to become the next student council president. Yuki, who is Masachika's little sister, and the only reason why most people even finish this show, is already incredibly popular. So Masachika advises Alya to aim just high enough to be considered a viable opponent. So knowing this piece of information, we slide on over to episode 11, where Yuki pressures Alya into doing a radio broadcast. Context on the situation: our main man Kuze is at home sick, so Alya is all alone. Now, if you were expecting Alya to pull off one of the biggest upsets in history, I'm sorry to disappoint you, because that did not happen. Instead, right before the broadcast, Yuki, or should I say the reincarnation of Yoichi, tells Alya about her genius older brother and implies he died. Now, unsettled by this, Alya performed terribly during the broadcast, which I understand. I don't know what I'd do if somebody just brought that up out of nowhere. My dog died of a fatal disease that only 1 in a billion animal get. But what this moment cements for me is that Alya just don't got what it takes to win this thing. She's got no shot at being student council president. And in the final episode, that statement still holds true. In episode 12, we get another boring discussion. Yuki starts spouting off empty promises. Ayano, who is Yuki's teammate, literally only praises Yuki shamelessly. But wait, Alya has a good idea. She confuses the audience by starting her speech in Russian, and then amuses them by claiming she did it accidentally due to being nervous. But wait, it's not her idea. Actually, our main man Kuze told her to do that so she could engage the audience. And then the tsundere herself says, "I know I lack experience, but I promise to work harder than anyone to gain that experience." Which sounds great and all, but it makes no sense. Her only competition already has that experience, so I'm confused on who she's competing against. Anyways, they win the closing ceremony due to our boy Kuze being the charismatic genius he is. I hope you enjoyed the video. I recommend this video next if you want to continue watching, and let me know in the comments below what your favorite part of this video was. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.